did Martin comment before I even started the video? All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flags down again. How's everybody doing? Jake Lagatare in Gettysburg. Talking about animals again. Hopefully we can get some good conversations going. Here's one of those trash trucks. But how's everybody doing today? It's a nice day today. A little windy, so I don't know if I can put my stuff out. It's just the favorite one, so I'll put this one on top. Wait for some more people to get in here. I do it on my tablet. Not gonna recognize me with my glasses on. I guess they lowered the flag for the shooting that just happened, I guess. What? Oh, so sad. So sad. How's everybody doing today? There's a couple of guys here doing their Bible stuff. Can I ask you a few questions?
No, thank you, though,
What's up, Martin? $11 o'clock. My audio is good, right? You can hear me when I'm over here. Both mics. Everything looks good. Now people in here. How's everybody doing? I'm Jake Lagatare. I'm in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Trying to speak up for the animals. So it's a nice day today. There's a lot of people out walking around. They're working on the building across the square, redoing the trim across the top. They're like painting the courthouse down the street. It's cool to see them taking care of the town. Trying to make sure that I'm in a good spot here where I can tell people to stand. So I got these guys next to me passing out like free Bible study sheets. Did you guys see Mel and Steve earlier? And who else was there? David, the 40-year-old vegan, and Alex Activism. What's going on? I wonder how many views Mel and Steve got. Their stream was being shared around a lot. They had like 200 likes or something like that. Oh, that was almost an accident. Would I be able to ask you a few questions? No? I think she didn't know what to say. Yeah, they were all getting a lot of views, speaking up for the animals. It's really cool to see that. Like, the slaughterhouse has no idea. They just show up, you know? So that was pretty cool, putting pressure on them. They didn't like them being there. How you doing, man? Good. He's one of the bus drivers. Would I be able to ask you guys a few questions? She had a really interesting accent. I wonder where she was from. What's up, NG? Yeah, there were so many people in there. First, the chat was just like super quick, and a lot of trolls. But a lot of trolls were actually donating them money, which is like weird. But yeah, they were, I guess because the comments were going so fast, they wanted their comment to be seen so much, they donated money. Like, one guy donated $10 just to troll him. The Empress, how you doing? I saw you there speaking up for the animals. I appreciate that. That was really cool. It's another feed truck. There was one that went by when I first got here. That's the second one I've seen so far already, with happy chickens on the side of it. Yeah, really. Some of the crazy things that the trolls say, it's like, if you're a normal person and you see some of those insane things, you realize, like, I don't want to be like them. I'd rather be like a vegan that actually like cares for animals. Like, this is what you're paying for. If you eat cheese, drink milk. Look. Another truck full of feed. Looks like soybeans. Probably going to feed these cows. Should I show these guys here some of the footage? What's up, vegan? Tofu heads. What is that? Interesting. They have a machine across the circle that's kind of loud today. I hope the mic's not picking it up. But my audio sucks anyway sometimes. How you doing? good. I had a few conversations with her, but every time she sees me, she looks at me with a nervous smile, so it makes me think that, you know, she's still eating animals. But she feels about it because now you can just tell she's like, want to be gangster. What are you talking about, me? Rex Ham. That's a funny name. Rick Rob. Being a Karen? What do you think I'm doing? The Joker actor is vegan since age 3, but he rode a horse. Yeah, I've heard some people talk about that. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? She can't hear because of the damn trucks. These guys are paying their meter. Yeah, I mean, he rode a horse. That sucks. At least he didn't kill it and eat it, right? I mean, maybe he shouldn't have rode the horse, but is that what we're going to focus on? Yeah, I mean, why? What's the point in riding a horse? What are you riding a horse for, you know? Why do you drive a car instead of riding a horse? Think about it. That guy just sped in front of that truck like crazy. I don't normally have no trolls in here, so let's see. Now there's another person in here. It's not that bad. Doesn't taste too bad. What the fuck? Something just bit my leg. Ow. I saw some stat saying that in the U.S., we sell about 30,000 horses for meat every year. You would think that they don't actually do that in the U.S., but personally, if you have a horse and you take really good care of your horse, you know, like somebody else, like you rescued the horse from an inhumane place, you know, if you rescue a horse and you take good care of a horse and, you know, it lets you ride it, then I don't see an issue with you, like, walking your horse. You know what I mean? Like you walk your dog on a leash. As long as you're not using the horse against its own interests. You know what I mean? That's the problem with exploiting animals. Like, you hook up a carriage to it and you get it to drag you around all day, every day. You know, even if the horse, like they do in New York, that horse just died. You might have seen it on the news. The horse was literally pulling people around, and it fell over and died right in the street because they don't give it food and water, take care of it. It's crazy. They just treat them like objects. You don't see an issue with that? Like horse racing, for every horse race, one horse dies. You don't see it. A lot of it's behind the scenes, but for every horse race that they put on, one horse dies. Are you okay with that? Just because they want to make money? Just because they like racing the horses? Like, they beat the shit out of them. They give them all types of crazy drugs and stuff. Like, it's as bad as like you can imagine. It's probably worse than you can imagine. Yeah, what's up, guys? I just started like 15 minutes ago. Can I ask you guys a few questions?
Sorry.
She points to the guy in front of her and says, "I'm sorry." What does that mean? She's got to ask his permission to talk to me. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? Niagara Falls. With their leather purses. Look, 2 ladies there, leather purses. 3 ladies there, and 2 leather purses. I can't see the other one because she's got a bag, or she's got a sweatshirt over top of it. I don't know. It could be fake leather. I don't know. But out of the 5 ladies here, 4 of them look like they have leather purses. Mm-hmm.
And then,
How you doing, ladies? Can I ask you a few questions? I'm not with them. You were never dominant. Yeah, so people in the video earlier saying they like steak and they were spelling it wrong. Like, that shit's funny. Go ahead and shove a steak right down your throat. S-T-A-K-E. Yeah, are you guys happy wearing an animal skin? Do you think that shows your dominance when you cut off a defenseless animal's skin and you wear it? That makes you feel dominant? That's a funny name. Yeah, what do you use to season your dead corpses? Plants. I talked to this guy before too. See how small that guy is? That guy eats animals. He's smaller than me. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? That guy looks at me like, doesn't say anything. It's so funny how many people forget how to speak. I hope that people don't think that I'm with these religious people next to me. What does their sign say? Yeah, free Bible course. There's another feed truck. Number 4, fourth feed truck going by. So, you know, probably none of them are for people. They're all going to animals. It's probably like 15 to 20 trucks. Feed trucks will go by before one goes to people. They're going to send 15 to the animals. How does that make any sense? The biggest, the strongest animals are herbivores, not carnivores. Yeah. Don't eat babies. They're all babies. The chickens, the pigs, the cows, they're all babies. Even the dairy cows don't live that long. They live the longest. They live a quarter of their life. 25%, if they're lucky. Maybe a little bit more. A lot of animals, they're killed after 1% of their life. 1%. Most animals. They're little babies. The first day of life. They're just waste. They put them in these dump trucks that you see go by, the trash trucks. Sometimes they're filled with trash, sometimes they're filled with body parts. I think blended up little chicks looks yummy. You're a dumbass. If you were there to smell it, you'd probably want to throw up. You wouldn't be hungry. It would literally take your appetite away seeing the shit that happens in slaughterhouses. Go to one. Go just stand outside of one and see what it's like. If you had those options in front of you, you could just eat some soybeans, or you had to kill a rabbit, you eat the rabbit. A lot of people just snap their necks or just hit them over the head to kill them. Super easy. Would you want to kill that animal? For no reason, when you can just eat the other food? You don't see a difference there? Do you have any pets? You ever met any farm animals? You ever met a rabbit? You ever spent time with a rabbit? Because the meat's not yours. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
Okay, thank you.
Would you eat people? What if we farm people for food? Or what if people farm dogs for food? Would you eat dogs? Would you eat cats? Are you just a psycho that doesn't care about other living things that want to live? Or you just trying to lie to yourself? Yeah, I had some guy tell me that they don't care for their babies. They literally don't care for them at all. That's what he said. Does that look like it? They don't care? Literally running after. It's the farmers that don't care, not the animals. You look at that and say that that animal doesn't care, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to everyone else. They stun him. You think he's stunned? Nope. Guess what? They got to do it again. The other one's literally climbing over top of him. This one is fully conscious. That's what you pay for. Hi, Pia. Just imagine if you did that to a human. You know, you forcefully impregnated them, stole their baby every year. Imagine what that would do to somebody. Take all their milk, hook them up to a machine. And she's got a lot of dogs on her bag. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions?
No,
No? You like animals?
not animal.
Yeah. She's a definition of a speciesist. She said some animals. She likes dogs, apparently. She got a dog on her bag, and it looked like a little puppy mat. Something like that. Maybe a cat mat for like the litter box. Even if you don't like certain animals, do you think that justifies torturing them and killing them? You think that justifies abuse just because you don't like someone? You know, do you have people in your life that you don't like, that you don't get along with? Would you hope for them to be enslaved at a dairy farm? Like, what's the worst thing you can imagine doing to somebody? Probably what happens in a slaughterhouse or in some of these crazy farms where they're just constantly abused and neglected. What's up, Retta? So there's some guys sitting next to me that are giving out free Bible study. I think I'm going to show them this footage and see if they have anything to say about it. I told them to look into Christspiracy before. And I asked them how Jesus would slaughter an animal. Trying to find a good part to show them. Yeah, the smaller piglets, they just take them by the feet and just slam them on the ground, just like the rabbits I was saying, because they're about the same size. Just takes a little bit of blunt force trauma to the head. Cutting their tails off, flipping their teeth out, burning chicks' beaks off, clipping their beaks off. That's what you get when you buy cage free. See, there's one of the trash trucks. That's what they put the body parts in. There's ground up chicks. They put them in their trash trucks. That's what they look like. Just drive them through the middle of town. The gas chambers. I had somebody the other day tell me that most pigs are electrically stunned. Can I ask you a few questions? Okay, I thought I recognized you. She's going to work. But I talked to her before. Wonder if she's vegan. I haven't seen Dennis this morning, or the last time I was here. Whoa. Yeah, with the pigs and the teeth clipping and the tail clipping, like, that's so crazy. And all the pig farms, there used to be a bunch of small pig farms. It was like, there was over 100,000 pig farms in the US. and they all got bought up by basically one big company, a couple of big companies, and now there's only like, I think it's like 10 or 20,000 pig farms, from 100,000 down to like, just say 20,000, with more animals and less farms. There's another feed truck. That's number 5. Still going to the animals. Did you guys ever watch Christspiracy? Yeah, you should check it out. It's not like against any religion or anything, but it's really interesting. If you're a Christian, then you probably would like it. Yeah.
What's going to happen? Like it's
Lawyers. That's what I'm going to guess. There's people are lawyers. There's a bunch of law offices up that street. Try to get them on the way back. What are you guys talking about? Nutritional yeast. Yeah, I put that on like everything. I need to get more. I actually just ran out. I was going to try to buy some online so I could get like a bigger container. Because I just get like the bags from the grocery store and they're kind of expensive. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. He's a cowboy. Cowboy boots, big cowboy boots. This guy's on the phone. They had 2 other people with them. They're leaving. These are the religious people giving out free Bible classes or whatever. Looks like they had 2 people up the street, and then the 2 people here, maybe. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Maybe they're coming over here. It's that guy flying.
But it's so much work, especially when she's just so upset sometimes.
She was talking to text on her phone. I didn't want to say something and mess it up. There was a mass shooting the other day. A trans person killed a bunch of kids at a school. Yeah, so that's what everybody's talking about this week. Very weird. Very sad. I saw in the news they're reporting things like all the mass shooters recently, like a lot of them are trans, trying to like, I don't know what they're trying to say. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, thanks.
Can I ask you guys a few questions? Man, I'm not having any luck today. It's normally like 1 out of maybe 10 people. Sometimes maybe 2 out of 10 people will stop and talk. But I've probably asked 10 people this morning and I haven't got anyone yet. Yeah, exactly. I saw an interesting chart on the amount of people that are trans or like coming out as trans, and the chart was like pretty even until like recently, and it shoots up like crazy. And I just saw that, and I'm like, how can we do that with vegans? You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about it, like what happened that blew up the trans movement, you know what I mean? And like that, and it made a bunch more people think that way. And I mean, I guess it's just all the people talking about it and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like there's, yeah. I mean, like statistics are funny, so you can kind of skew them either way to tell different stories. This guy, what is he doing? Yeah, I saw some people saying that like she didn't want to be trans anymore, or like she was like mad at herself because she transitioned or something. I don't know. I don't really know much about it, so I don't really want to say much about it. But we shouldn't be pressuring people to doing anything that they don't want to do, right? I did want to kind of say something about like Gary saying that he hates all humans and everything. Like, how you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? Are you okay being in my video? I'm on YouTube.
Not really.
Okay, well, you can stand off to the side if you want.
No, I'm good.
No questions. Is there milk in that? Yeah? Milk's for baby cows, not you. There's 2 dogs over there. Oh, guess what I got today? I brought my dog treats. Oh, he's coming over too. Cool. Maybe I can talk to her. She looks like she's at work or something. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Can I give him a treat? No?
You yelled at me one time in the crosswalk.
What? I yelled at you in the crosswalk? What are you talking about? What? You got somebody else. What are you talking about? I've never seen her before in my life. She said I yelled at her in the crosswalk. What? Maybe she was in a car and I yelled at her for not stopping. She was parked. That's probably what it was. She was parked over the crosswalk. And I walked by and I said, there's a crosswalk here. That's what she's talking about. I bet that was her. Dumbass. She remembers that. Wow. No, she didn't realize that she did something wrong. She thinks I was wrong for bringing it to her attention that she was in the crosswalk. She thought I yelled at her too. Like, come on, man. I remember that. If that was her, I don't even remember who it was. Honestly, I didn't look at her. I don't care who it was. I just saw the car. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions?
I'm supposed to be working on
Oh, okay. She said, I'm supposed to be working. That was a weird response. I'm supposed to be working, sorry. But yeah, don't park your car in the crosswalk. Like that car doing it right now with that lady walking across, and she's got to walk like way further out into the circle, and you could have just stopped like 3 feet back. You're not supposed to be in the crosswalk. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? You got a minute? Are you okay being in my live stream on YouTube?
Okay.
Is that okay? How do you feel about animals?
I love animals.
Yeah. How do you feel about humans exploiting animals?
Not good.
Yeah. Right, that's what I thought too. So do you think that when we're taking like eggs and milk and the animal's life for their flesh, do you think that we can respect them when we're doing those things?
I guess it depends culturally too, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
We try to use that to make ourselves feel better, but do you think to the animal they care about our culture?
They definitely would prefer we don't do that.
Right, yeah. So do you know what a vegan is? Do you know the definition of vegan?
I know, I've had some friends who are vegan, but I've never, you know.
Okay, well, I'll define it for you. So a lot of people think that it's just like a diet, or like vegans don't eat meat, but then they also don't eat eggs and milk and things like that. Mm-hmm. And that's a big part of it. It includes the diet, the plant-based diet.
Okay.
But the definition of living vegan is rejecting the animal exploitation.
Okay, yeah,
So it's I think it's the best way to respect animals and treat them fair.
sure, yeah.
So what would stop you from living vegan yourself?
That's a great question.
Yeah, so that's the question that turned me vegan, right?
Yeah.
So I sat down one night and I asked myself that and I thought about it. It took me a couple hours, right? I really thought about it. And I realized that I couldn't come up with a reason to not do it. So especially if you think about it from the perspective of the animals, right? Like there's no justification to be putting them in their situations. Right. So if you were one of those animals, how fast would you want things to change?
Very, very quickly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, I was like, I'm just going to do this from now on. So can I share some information with you?
Yeah.
If you want, you can take one of these. It's got a whole lot of information in there, and on the back, that's my channel, so you can see conversations back. Mm-hmm. There's a free guide they'll send you, and even a mentor program.
Cool.
It's all free.
Do you have a favorite cookbook?
I do have a couple of favorite chefs that are on YouTube. Derek Sarno is probably my favorite one. Definitely check him out.
Cool.
And
I definitely prefer veggies over meat. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I know there's some people who love meat, but for me, I don't know.
Yeah. Another chef is Young Man Cooking. It's he's Asian. It's young like YEU. So I think something like that. Young Man. His name's Will Young.
Okay.
Young Man Cooking.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. All right. Well, that was great. Why can't everybody be like her? How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Can I ask you a couple questions?
She said no.
No? Oh, she decides for you? Yeah. Yeah. Do you like animals?
I love it.
Yeah. Maybe don't eat them then. He's like, ah. Yeah, plant-based kitchen. That's the couple, right? No. Plant-based kitchen. That's your wife's channel. Yeah. No, I should have shared that. Oh. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Sorry, Erwin. Damn it, now I called you the wrong name too. Yeah, he's not vegan, but all of his recipes are. He doesn't promote living vegan, but he doesn't promote eating animals either, right? Some of the best plant-based dishes I've ever had were following his recipes. Thanks. Oh, she looked a little like Jade, yeah. She just got the darker hair. She just walked back around the corner again. This is a pretty dress too. I gave her one of these Everyone Loves Music one. I think these are the favorites. Everybody likes that. How you doing? Good. I talked to her one time too. She seemed to get it a little bit, but Yeah, so what I was saying about Gary and like hating everybody and stuff like that, and humans are the worst. Like, I mean, I agree to an extent, but most people don't know what we're doing to the animals. So I think before you want to just flat out hate everybody, we have to continue to raise awareness. And the people, the psychos that know what's happening, the people that have been in channels like this and have seen Dominion and refuse to change, those people are the horrible people that, you know, you're not going to change their mind, but that's going to be a small percent. 1 to 3% of people are going to be psychos, not want to change. But most people care. Can I ask you guys a few questions?
We don't have time to say thank you.
Okay. Yeah, he stopped and was like, oh shit, when he saw the pigs getting their throats slit. Can I talk to you for a few minutes?
I got 12:15 appointment.
Have a good day. I wonder what she does. I thought she was a cook. I thought she told me she was a cook at a restaurant, and then she just said she's got 15 appointments. Huh. Can be vegan and psycho. Yeah, but I meant psycho killing animals and not caring about them. People that don't care about other people, don't care about innocent children. That was another thing. That was so weird. When all three of them yesterday, Natalie, Catherine, and Gary, all said that they would push the button. Would you guys push the button? Like, don't forget, you're not just killing all humans or all adults, you're killing all the children too. Like, sure, you save the animals, but what about the children that haven't even made their decisions in life? They don't even know how to decide if they want to be vegan or not. You're not even giving them a chance. Like, I feel like people that say that they push the button didn't really think about that very much. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it would be worth killing all the children to save all the animals. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucked up for thinking that we shouldn't push the button. You know, prove me wrong if you think I'm wrong. But I feel like we should give the children a chance. How are you guys? Can I ask you a few questions? Look at that old ass farm equipment. Damn. How many soybeans do you think that's plowed? Yeah, thanks. Every once in a while I might say something that makes sense. But you know, sometimes you say something that makes sense and then it's going to piss a lot of people off. I don't know if you guys were in Jeremy's stream last night either, but I saw him, he was reacting to the interview, right? So when I did my reaction to the interview, I was watching it live. Like, I didn't see it before. You know, I was behind a few minutes, but I was watching it with you guys and reacting, like, in real time. But I think Jeremy saw it, and then he was reacting to it later, right? So he kind of knew what was happening, what was coming up. Chris Hines, he's another activist, jumped into his stream and was talking about it. And I think that they came to a really good conclusion that a lot of us also said that obviously they weren't talking about animals for most of the interview. So, and I kind of had that thought too, that Natalie might take it down. But basically they were all saying that she probably should take it down. And then Jeremy actually stopped the stream, didn't finish the video, and then he said he was going to take his react down. And then this morning I took mine, I unlisted mine too, just because I don't think it was productive. I don't think it helps the animals, you know? So I think they need to, I don't know. I think Natalie should have ended it like the first time she said she was going to end it, because then it might have been, you know, okay, not as bad. But she let it go on for like another half an hour. Guess they were getting donations, but I don't know. I think Gary just made himself look worse with certain things that he said, you know. But so did Natalie and Catherine. I think they all lost after that interview, and so did the animals. So yeah, kind of sucks. Still eating animals?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Leave you alone. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? No. You guys are against animal abuse, right? Yeah. They say they are. But then they probably pay for this. Yeah, did you see that lady? She said, leave me alone. She was one of the really crazy ladies that gave me a whole bunch of shit for asking her how she felt about animals. She said she liked animals, but then she was not going to stop eating them. Yikes. She's a predator, watch out. With her sharp claws and her sharp fangs, right? Yikes. Like the cowboy that went by earlier. Yeah, with his big beer belly, right? How you doing? Are you still eating animals?
I am.
Yeah. But are you having a second thought about it at least?
No.
No? Every time you're eating an animal, you're taking their life, right? Yeah.
I'm seeing that.
I talked to him a couple times. He was really respectful. But unfortunately, he said he's not having the second thought about eating them, which is pretty sad. He needs a dog. He needs an animal friend. He needs a dog to watch over him, like Nova watches me. My grandfather really likes dogs. And he met Nova, thought she was really cool. But then my brother was talking to him about eating eggs and bacon, and he said he'd rather die than stop eating eggs and bacon. Like, but loves dogs. That's how most people are, right? It's really weird. Really weird to me. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
For what?
It's for my YouTube channel. It's to get people to think a little bit. About animals.
About animals. Okay. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to give you the attention.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Have a good day. It looks like your link's working. Oh, are you sharing the interview? I don't know if you should share the interview. I don't think it was. I don't think it helps anything. I think that they should get rid of it. If you, yeah. If you want to see it, if you want to see my reaction to it, I can send you the link, but I don't know about sharing that interview around. I think that could have been a feed truck too, so that was number 6. Probably was. Yeah. That's weird. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
Are you all right being in my live stream?
I'm fine. Yes. What are we
Yeah, that's
talking
okay.
about?
About animals. How do you feel about animals?
I like animals.
Do you have any pets?
No.
Okay. How do you feel about animals that humans exploit and take things from?
I think that it's often the way of nature that one animal eats another.
Right, out in nature.
But I think that humans take that to an extreme.
Right. Yeah, so like, it's just resetting now. So like, go through some of the dairy practices. Yeah, so when we're taking like milk and eggs or their life to eat their flesh, do you think that we can respect them while we're doing that?
I think it's difficult in a modern situation.
Yeah.
When there are so many humans, can it be done? Yes. Will it be done by consumers? No.
So how do you think you
by
can?
a fragment of consumers? Yes. Right. But by most consumers, no. Right. Either through economic drivers or what's presented to them and trained into us.
Right. Yeah. So do you think that it's possible to humanely slaughter an animal? Like
Yes.
Like how? Like, could you describe that? Like, how would you humanely slaughter an animal?
My dad took Brewster the rooster when I was 4 years old.
Yep.
And chopped off his head.
Right.
Now Brewster's body ran around.
Yeah.
Right, for a while.
Right.
Was Brewster aware? Not aware? I don't know.
Right. Do you think that was humane? I mean, even if it's quick, even if you pet him a couple times before.
Is a wolf eating a chicken humane? Right?
Right, but that's just like out in the wild. We're not out in the wild,
yeah,
right?
But if we're talking about the pain of the animal, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's humane, right?
To me, it's more a matter of how the animal was living than if the animal died quickly.
Right. But would we think that that's okay if like a person was in that situation and they had a good life and then they were just killed quickly and humanely?
It goes back to, okay, if there was an apex predator for humans, right? What would we think about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like if aliens came down and like they could have power over us. Yeah. And we couldn't do anything about it.
Right. So where do you draw the line, right? From an ethics point of view, right?
Right.
Do you say that, okay, we're human and from an ethical point of view, we favor humans, right? That's generally what we do.
Yeah, it's like a human supremacy.
I think what gets more interesting is when we start to understand the actual emotional life of animals, particularly ones that, at least by our definitions, have, something closer to an intelligence that we recognize as intelligence.
Right.
Right? Whether you're talking about
Yep.
pigs,
Mhm.
or cats in some cultures,
Yeah.
or wherever,
Mhm.
right? Okay, so now start to apply, humane. What is humane? Humane is based on human, right? As a
Right.
word.
Yeah. It means like compassionate or benevolent, right?
Sure. But it's compassionate and benevolent from the standpoint of what we think a human ought to be, in terms of,
Right.
and I'm kind of losing my track now, right?
Well, if you were put yourself in the perspective of the animal, right? What do you think their purpose is? Like, what do you think that they think their purpose is? What do they desire?
I think it depends. It really depends on the animal, right? If we start to see animals, well, all animals want to survive,
Right. Yeah.
right? They all want to survive. They all want to procreate. They all want to avoid pain, right? To avoid fear, right? They all want to live their life in a way that is comfortable by their standards, right? And, are we looking at all this, killing for a piece of cheese, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this and going, okay, that particular practice, right? All this killing for a piece of cheese. I would want to understand the context of how we're relating this particular practice, right, to cheese making. Humans have been making cheese for thousands of years, and in a small agricultural way, right, that can probably be done much more gently, much more humanely, since we're using that word.
Sure.
All sheep used for wool are killed. That's surprising to me, and I don't think it's true. It's true in a factory setting.
Right. Well, even on a small farm, like with all animals, all animals are killed, and they're all killed at a fraction of their life. A lot of them stop producing whatever we're taking from them,
and then they're not worth keeping around,
and
right?
They wouldn't make as much money if they let them live.
Right. So let's talk alternatives.
Yeah.
Right. Let's talk alternatives. So we don't want wool. So instead we want petrochemical, based fur.
Not necessarily. I mean, there's cotton. I'm wearing a cotton shirt.
True.
Yeah.
True. But let's talk about cotton, right? Cotton basically exhausts the land.
Yeah,
right,
sure. You can get hemp too. Hemp's another one that's a little bit better.
Right.
So there's other options though, right?
So the economic concept that's always interested me is the concept of externalities. And externalities is when the cost of something isn't really built into the transaction. Right. You pay a price.
Yeah, like the animal agriculture industry.
The animal agriculture, right? The cost of huge, ponds to deal with pig feces, right, and urine.
Yeah,
right? How is that built into the transaction? There's only one way to build it into the transaction, and that's through some form of government regulation. Which requires people to vote and people to feel motivated and all of that. And in some ways to act away from their self-interest of the moment, right? So how do you get people to act away from their self-interest of the moment?
Right.
That's really the question.
Right. So I mean, this doesn't make you happy or comfortable, right? Like when you see things like this,
right?
You don't want to support things like this, right?
No,
so
and it's all invisible to us.
Right. They want to hide it. They don't want you to see this stuff.
Right. Just like mining in West Virginia, right? They don't want people flying over the mines, right, to see what's actually happening to the land.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's some states that have ag-gag laws. So what that is if you go to a place like this and you try to record them, they'll throw you in jail.
An ag-gag law.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so they're kind of taking away people's like free speech almost, in a way by doing that. So, but these animal industries, they have so much money, and and a lot of their money just goes to making sure that we don't know these things, and you know, they try to feed us the marketing labels like free range, cage free,
Right. Which a lot
grass
of it is
fed, pasture raised stuff.
my sister-in-law worked with EPA.
Right.
And at one part of her career, she was actually going into chicken farms to do pollution inspections.
Right. Yeah.
What she found interesting was that, and this is contrary to what you would think, that when she was in a farm where the hens were relatively limited and they were separated from each other, it was calm, the birds appeared, right, to be happy. When she went into a farm, mass farm, big farm, where they were free to roam around, they were pecking at each other, there were dominance behaviors, right? There was more stress, more disease.
Right.
So you get some weird, interesting, counterintuitive behaviors as well.
Right. You know what they do to those chickens to stop them from like pecking at each other? They clip their beaks off. Yeah, or burn them. They'll burn them down. So yeah, people think that cage free is like better, but.
Well, I mean, I was just seeing the image of electrical stunning.
Right.
And you were asking me, right, is there a humane way, right, to kill an animal?
Right.
I don't know that electrical stunning is not.
Right. So yeah, that's
a way to kill an animal.
They do the electrical stunning, and then a lot of them do bolt guns. That's the other thing.
Right.
And most birds, they're electrical stun, like they go through a water bath that electrocutes them.
So let's take a world in which this is happening. So now we're looking for the lesser of evils.
Mm-hmm.
So is electrical stunning worse than some other way of going about it? I mean, we could say, let's declare all of it out. Right?
Well, yeah, because I mean, honestly, are those your only options? You know, like factory farming, those small backyard, like family farms, or, you know, slaughtering the animal a nice way, slaughtering the animal as quick as possible. Like, those aren't our only options, right? We have a third option, and then that is just leaving them alone, right?
Right. So we leave them alone, right? And we get really tough choices, don't we? Because we have a period of, let's assume it, right? 100% across the board, and now we have a transition period in which lots of people are out of jobs, right?
Right.
Lots of farms close down and become I don't know what, right?
Other farms.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Right. Possibly. You know, so all of it's complex. Right. The point of saying, can we reduce the amount of meat that people consume? I was thinking about China as an example, and you go from 1.2 billion people, or whatever it is, who were probably almost entirely on a plant-based diet with small amounts of meat, particularly on special occasions. And now you have, as they rise out of some definition of poverty, now they've got the wherewithal to eat meat more frequently. We're going to have hundreds of millions more people, right, wanting to eat meat.
Right.
So that's an interesting quandary.
Yeah, I appreciate that you recognize that most people that are in poverty are plant-based, right? They don't have the means to eat animals, farm animals, and eat animals, right?
Let's say people in less urban settings are probably more plant-based, right? I wonder in the U.S., right, whether poverty, given the way our food system works, is actually associated with plant-based, probably less so.
Right. Yeah. Probably.
Than in some other societies.
Yeah. We make it really easy for people to get, you know, the cheap meals and stuff like that.
Right. So your button says end speciesism.
Yeah.
Right. Which would say let's not favor humans
Right.
over other creatures.
Right. Yeah. When it comes to their life, taking their life. Yeah.
I meet, we tend to think, well, that's a big deal to ship, but then you've got entire societies, whether that's, folks in Islam or in India, Pakistan. I know a lot of folks, right, from those cultures who are vegetarians.
Yeah, I saw a stat that
vegans, right,
30% of India is vegetarian.
Yeah.
That's a huge number. Yeah.
It is. And when you think about the benefit to the planet of that, right, is probably pretty huge when you think about the pollution that you get from animal agriculture.
There's another stat, though. Even though 30% of the people in India are vegetarian, India is like one of the top 3 or 4 meat producers in the world.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you wouldn't really think that.
A lot of people and a lot of space, right? It's a huge country.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
China is basically the same size as the U.S. with 4 times the number of people.
Right. Yeah, so I understand the industries will take a long time to change, if the whole world's not going to go vegan overnight. But what about yourself, like as an individual? Like, could you change? What would stop you from living vegan?
Well, let's start with uninformed desire. Right? Let's be strictly honest. About it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So uninformed desire, comfort with right, with how I live today.
Yeah, like convenience.
Convenience and a sense of familiarity.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're used to it. Yep.
If there are things that I want to change in the world, which ones do I prioritize?
Right.
Right. And how much of my energy do I focus on that? Right.
Sure.
I know about myself that I can probably work on like one thing at a time.
Yeah. Okay.
So what else would stop me? Relationships with other people, right, would stop me, right?
Right.
My wife would actually need to be making the same decision at the same time.
Sure. Yeah.
Or it would become a problem in our relationship, which I would then veer away from.
Right. Yeah. Right? No, I understand that. Yeah.
Unfamiliarity, right? But you can get past unfamiliarity.
Yeah. I think it takes probably about a month. Like if you decide, you flip that switch, you take the blindfold off and you realize that you don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Right.
And it takes about a month. There's a couple of programs. I can share some resources with you. 10 weeks to vegan. They'll send you information for 10 weeks and get you, everything you need to know. You can sign up for a mentor program. You can even reach out to me if you have any questions.
That's interesting.
But yeah, they send it to you for free.
Yeah.
You can talk to like a nutritionist and make sure you're getting everything that you need and stuff like that.
Are you old-fashioned enough that you have like a piece of literature that I can take away?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Because that's better for me.
I'll give you this one. What is speciesism?
Okay.
So on the back there, I wrote my channel, so you can check out my channel.
Okay.
And the 10 weeks to vegan. There's the mentor program, and go to that site there to sign up for the 10 weeks to vegan.
Jake, I'll respect you enough to read through it.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Are you going to be vegan from now on?
No, or probably not.
All right. Well, I'm not going to shake your hand, but
okay. But I'll read it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Take care.
Think of the animals. Thanks for being here, everyone. That was a longer conversation. But he was really smart and honest. And you don't meet a lot of people like that. How you doing, ladies? Can I ask you a few questions? So yeah, hopefully he looks into it with his wife, and he seems like a compassionate person. He said his sister works for the EPA, I think. Maybe he'll talk to her about it too. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? The animals need our help. So he was like putting the pieces together a little bit, you know. I should have asked him how many animals. How many animals, sir? Give me a number. But it was kind of long. There were a few people that walked by. And I was thinking maybe I should have ended that a little sooner to try to get another conversation, but sometimes people like that, you need to give them a little bit longer to think about it, right? Can I ask you a few questions, sir? You got a couple minutes?
I have exactly 5 minutes.
Are you okay being in my live stream?
Sure.
So I'm asking people about animals. How do you feel about animals?
Animals, I like animals.
Yeah. Do you think that when we're taking things from animals, like eggs or milk or their life, to eat them, do you think we can respect them when we do that?
Oh, must be balance.
In balance, right.
Yeah.
Do you think that we can kill or slaughter an animal humanely?
Well, our grandparents, they have done it before when they have their own gardens and farms and they really care about the animals.
Right.
They eat them.
Right. So, like, they care about them when they're there, right? But in that moment when they're, like, cutting their throat, that's not really compassionate,
you must
right?
do it with the love.
Right. Well, so how do you do it with love, though? Even if you, like, pet them before, then once you do that, though, aren't you kind of breaking their trust? Because
I don't think they have that much trust.
you don't think the animals like trust us and they want us to protect them?
Yes, they do. But you asked me certain question, now we kind of talk about some different stuff.
Yeah.
Some home animals, we love it, dogs and cats and everybody,
Yeah.
other things. And then you have animals that were traditionally used for food.
Right. So do you think that even though it's tradition, we've been doing it for a long time, does that make it okay?
That's a different question. What do you think when the lion killed the antelope? Does he do that with the love, or
I don't think so.
he's hungry?
Right.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. So,
it's the same thing.
we're hungry, but we have other options, though, right? The lion might not have any other option. They have to eat meat because they don't go to a grocery store and could choose other options, right?
That's true. You could be vegetarian.
Right.
Look at the Indians, most of them are vegetarians.
Yeah, I was just talking to the last guy. It's like 30% of India is vegetarian.
Well, what is unhuman is this mass production. That's really
Right.
out of whack, as they say.
Yeah.
Because it's terrible.
What about vegan? Do you know what definition of vegan is?
No milk, no, I don't know, other stuff, cheese and stuff.
Yeah, no milk, no cheese, no eggs. Basically nothing from an animal. To live vegan means that you reject the exploitation and that you agree to treat animals fairly, right? Because to an animal, even the farm animals, just like our cats and dogs, they want to live, right? They don't want
to live till they die.
Right, like, we don't want to be in pain, we don't want to be sad, like, we want to be happy and comfortable and safe, just like the animals, right? So if you were in the position of that next animal at the slaughterhouse or at the farm going to the slaughterhouse soon, how fast would you want the injustice to end?
I don't understand this question.
Like, if you were the animal at the slaughterhouse about to be killed, how fast would you want things to change?
Well, quite fast. You don't want to be killed. You have to do something so you don't. And then when you don't do that, you get killed.
Yeah, right. So, what would stop you from living vegan yourself and respecting the animals and treating them fairly?
I tried it. Yeah, when I was younger. I was vegetarian. I was vegan.
Yeah.
It was more like a spiritual thing for me.
Right.
And I did lots of Zen meditations and all that stuff. And That's what led me to it. And then somehow the life got much faster.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I think we have more time to kind of think of stuff.
Yeah.
We can save lots of minutes.
Yeah. Right. So if you eat a lot of meat and a lot of fish, then you're responsible for basically one animal every day. So
It's true, but it's a cycle of life.
right, but does it have to be though? Like, it's a cycle of life for a lion in the wild, but for us to eat meat, it's not necessary because we could choose the other option.
Well, when you look at primeval people, they wasn't vegetarians. You know? They eat everything, almost like a bears. You know, scavengers pretty much.
Right. Yeah.
Meat, they eat the meat, they eat the plants and stuff. So that's more normal for us. You know,
it was
balance.
Right. It was before we had refrigerators. Like, that was more like using a refrigerator isn't very natural, right? So like that's why we used to eat a lot of vegetables during certain seasons, and then like the winter time we would eat a lot more animal products because that's kind of what we had to do. Right. But now, you know, we have grocery stores, we have a refrigerator.
That's very bad.
We have all the other options.
Have allergies and stuff, and they have that because they eat off-season products. You know, like in winter, I want to have the strawberries. You know, whatever, bananas and all that. I try to eat actually when it's fall and you are in the country where the apples are growing. So that's what you eat. You know, when you are by ocean, you know, you eat the fish probably. You know, it's good for you. And
right, but what about the fish's life though? You know, it's like fish are animals too. They're just like chickens and pigs and cows, right?
That's true. But the other fish eat the other fish. So we eat the fish too.
Right, but again, we don't have to. You know,
Jesus eat the fish.
So yeah, that's what some people say. I don't believe that though. I don't think Jesus ate animals. But that's a different story.
Yes.
But I could share some information with you. Do you think you would be vegan again?
I'm from Slovakia. And,
I was going to ask where you're from. Yeah.
My best friend, he founded the biggest European animal protection organization. I was a part of it when I was younger.
Really? Mm-hmm.
So I know quite a lot about that.
Right.
You know, and I think as you grow older, you know, you kind of change your opinions about all this stuff. How old you are?
I'm 33 now.
Well, you about like a Jesus. Hopefully they don't crucify you. I will have to go because my clients are waiting.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
It was nice to meet you.
Good luck.
Thank you. From Slovakia. You know, these people here, all these people were standing here waiting for him.
Yeah.
Polyglots? Are any of you guys polyglots? I'm working on it. I know a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of Turkish. But I'm not fluent in either of them. Yeah, the Lion King, right? It is the circle of death. Nothing is natural about the whole process. From the forcibly breeding them, forcing them into existence for us, maybe treating them okay during their life, but most of them aren't. Most of them are just abused and neglected their whole life. And then they just, most of them are just killed as quickly as possible. not humane, not put to sleep, not happy. They're literally tortured. See the video of the one cow jumping over the other cow while they're electrically stunning the one? And where is he going? He's jumping over the other cow to where they slice their throats. The floor is just covered in blood, right? So if they do go off the table onto the floor, they just like slide around and fall over. It's like, it's crazy. It's so horrible. Oh, you're from Slovakia too. Nice. He said his friend started what's animal protection? What's a big animal protection organization out there? He said his friend started it. He said he was vegan. Look at that dog in the back of that truck. There's two of them. Don't do that with your dog. Are you kidding me? Don't put your dog in the back of a truck like that. Jesus Christ. I saw a picture of a car driving down the road with a crate on the top of the car with a dog in it. It was strapped to the car. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Man, they're moving pretty fast for some older people. They're getting it. Look at this couple too. They're walking, speed walking. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? So not today. A bonus language, that's funny. Damn, Pia, you speak 4 languages? That's cool. What did that last guy say? Am I the same age as Jesus? Is that what he was saying? That's kind of funny. Trash trucks. So many trash trucks. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, they use the dogs to hunt the other animals. They do that around here, right? They do like fox. They hunt foxes with dogs. They let the fox go. They do it for a sport. They literally have the fox in the cage and they let the fox out. And then they wait. And then they let the dogs go. And then they follow the dogs on horses. And the dogs get the fox. That's the shit they do around here. They do that there too. Wild boar, yeah. Yeah, they get the dogs to hunt the boar. What was that movie with that they did that? They like let the people out and then they went and hunted them. Was it the Hunger Games? Didn't it? Wasn't that what that was? That's just wild. I never actually. I watched the first one. I think I never watched all of them. Yeah, there's a hat store over there. They have a couple of fox skins right in the window. It's disgusting. Beautiful foxes. Oh, he didn't see me. Damn. That was my buddy driving that truck. There's another feed truck coming through right there. Some people ask me if I'm Muslim. I guess because after I grew my beard out and I wear this hat, I do kind of have that look now. Here, went to Holland and saw no animals in the fields because they're all trapped indoors. Yeah, it's like that here too. You'll see a couple animals out there, but how you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Out here pestering people on the street. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Everybody's in a rush to get nowhere. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
No, that's okay, please.
Mm-hmm. How you guys doing? You got a few minutes? Could I ask you a few questions? Oh, sorry about that. I hope she gets better. Oh no, sorry. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions? I actually have a quarter too. I found one on the sidewalk when I was walking here. I said, oh, I'm going to pick that up. That guy said his mom's in the hospital. He's got to go. So they just took her in an ambulance. Hope she's okay. But did you see how old he was? He was an older guy, so his mom's got to be really old. Yeah, the RSPCA. Same thing. The ASPCA. The USDA. They don't do anything. They try to hide it. The USDA out here, it's like the same thing. It's like the same thing that you're talking about. Their standard procedure is to transport all those turkeys at night. That's what I figured out when I went to the slaughterhouse. I was at the slaughterhouse for like 5 hours. Didn't see one truck. I found out their standard procedure, not the slaughterhouse, but like the people that are supposed to be regulating it, right? They say that it's for the animals because the animals are calmer at night and the temperature's lower. Only in the summer. The wintertime, you don't want it to be colder, but whatever. They just don't want the traffic. There's death trailers. They don't want them driving around in public during the day where everybody can see them. So they do it at night. 8,000 turkeys a day is about what they kill over there. Probably about 10 trucks. But they probably do like they do them all at night, in the middle of the night, so nobody can see. They get them all set up and then they kill them all day, and then the next night they just do it again. Can I ask you guys a few questions?
Yeah, thanks.
It's just got so quiet. There's one car in the entire square. Yeah, if you're not vegan, then you're supporting animal abuse. I don't know what to tell you. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad world. So they're cutting these birds' throats here on my tablet here. They're grabbing the chickens' heads, and they're stabbing them in the neck. But they're not stunned. It's alive. The small farms, they don't stun them. They just cut their heads off, like that guy said. Rooster the Rooster. He had a name. He said they cut the head off and it still ran around on the floor. They didn't even use the cone of death. Most small chicken farms, they have a cone. They put the chicken in and its head sticks out of the bottom. And it can't get out, and they just cut the head off. Pull them out and put the next one in. Cut its head off. Pull them out, put the next one in. Cut its head off. The small family farms, pasture raised, $30 a chicken. They still just stab them in the throat. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
Good, appreciate it.
Does she want a sticker? I have some stickers.
It's okay, thank you.
Feel bad for those kids because they're going to be taught by their parents to kill and abuse and eat animals. There goes this the small, frail meat eater in town. For all the trolls that want to say vegans are weak and tiny. That guy that just walked by, I talked to him before, and he said that he's never going to stop eating meat. How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
About what?
About animals.
What about it?
Do you like animals? How do you feel about exploiting animals?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that.
No, yeah.
No, we're older than you.
Yep. Can I ask you guys a few questions? Have a good day. He said he don't want to get into it because they're on a date. He's afraid he's going to look like an asshole in front of his date. Probably a smart move by him to not want to talk to me. Concrete is the second most abundant, the second most consumed product. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? I always see him, and he always says hi, but he doesn't answer because I think he's listening to something. He don't never hear me. Well, one day I'll talk to him. Concrete is the second most consumed product behind water. Yeah, concrete's pretty crazy. Can I ask you guys a few questions?
You asked us earlier.
Yeah. I didn't realize that till I said it, and I was like, wait a minute, I did just ask them. Is that a buffalo? Yeah. Can I ask you guys a few questions? Have a good day. There's the green beans, the green bean truck. Just came back, dropped off all the feed. How you doing? Can't say hi. I'm surprised they never asked me what I'm doing out here. There's two guys that work in the restaurant here. I always see, it's always the same two guys. Nobody ever goes in the restaurant though. All the times that I've been here, I've only seen one person get a drink there one time. That was it. Here's another feed truck. It's number 7. Some of these might be coming back though too, like that last one. The building's gonna look nice when they get it repainted. I wonder what is in those spaces. Huh. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? How you guys doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
good, thank you.
These knots. That was the name of that boat. These knots. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions?
Oh, I'm good today, thank you.
He's all good. Deer Park. Why do we name everything after animals? Deer Park. I never really thought about that name. Deer Park Water. Why is it named Deer Park? It's at 1 o'clock. Yeah, do you guys think heaven's vegan? I mean, that's kind of what the Bible says. The Garden of Eden was vegan, right? Doesn't the Bible say that heaven is similar to the Garden of Eden, right? You think that if the Garden of Eden was vegan, then heaven would also be vegan, right? Wouldn't that make sense? Yeah, calling them cattle or livestock. Livestock. You can trade other markets, like you don't need livestock anymore. We need to call the animals what they are. Stop calling them steak and beef and pork. It was this guy's mom. Thomas Edison Electric. Look, that light bulb is sentient. Can I ask you guys a few questions?
We're in the hurry. All right.
Have a good day. There goes the produce truck. Look at that. Their slogan is the freshest guy in town. Sheed. Sheed produce. It's the sheed. He's the freshest guy in town. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? Let them eat grass. We're just understanding good as most places if you're vegan. Yeah, I don't like when people think that they're respecting vegans by getting a vegan, dish or whatever for like other people. They're like, well, I got you something vegan, so why don't you let me eat my meat? Like somebody said that earlier. I respect you guys for let you guys make your choice. Why don't you let me, have my own choice when I want to kill and eat animals? It's not personal choice when there's a victim involved. You're choosing to exploit a victim. They have no leather. Not on their shoes, not on her purse, not on his belt. No animal products at all. Compared to the 5 other ladies that went by earlier. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Have a good day. See that little office. Tiny little storage container. Yeah, they can't seem to grasp the fact that the animals don't have a choice. A lot of people say that animals can't be victims. Like, they can't be victims. They're not people. Animals are people. Like, what makes you a person? What makes an animal a person? Think about it. These ladies over here stomping bugs. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? What did that bug do to you? Lady. She literally stomped a couple times. She was like, oh, oh, oh. Smashing into the fucking ground. I know it was probably one of those invasive bugs. How you doing, sir? Can I ask you a few questions? So I like to say that animals are people. I try to not say that animals are someone, because if you look at the definition of someone, I'm pretty sure it does say that it's talking about a human. So like people were like, well, the definition says human, so it can't be an animal. But it doesn't say that for people. So that's why, like, by the definition, Animals are people, like that horse. It's an individual, it's a person that has desires to live, to be safe. Can I ask you a few questions?
I got to read the rights.
All right. No, have a good day. He said he's in a rush. Maybe I should try to just pass more stuff out. I didn't give out many of these today, only a couple. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, I don't know where they were taking those horses, or that it looked like just one horse. There's some horse farms around here. They do horse riding tours around the battlefields in Gettysburg, because there was the famous Battle of Gettysburg here. So they take people on horses around the battlefields and tell all the stories and stuff. So a lot of the times when there's the bigger transports with a bunch of horses in there, I think they're going back and forth from the farm to the battlefield. There is a slaughterhouse nearby here. It's called Plainville Farms. It's a turkey slaughterhouse, and they kill about, on average, 8,000 turkeys a day. Can I ask you a few questions? So I was there last week or the week before, and I'll be back there in a couple weeks for the project live stream. Yeah, it's horrible. Like some of the stuff, it's hard for me to watch some of these things. This is what they do to the turkeys. They're just hanging them on the conveyor belt. But I saw them, I'm not gonna show that. I saw them doing that to the turkeys. Or I saw the turkeys going on the conveyor belt, hung by their feet, and they're like going into the next room. I got footage of them throwing the dead turkeys by their neck. They were grabbing them around their neck and throwing them into a trash bin because they died on transport. It was a whole bin. It was a whole big bin on a forklift, like maybe like 4 feet by 3 feet, 4 feet tall, full of dead turkeys just from the transport. And I don't know what they did with them after that. You think they just threw them away, or you think they just hung them up anyway? They're not supposed to hang them up, but you don't really know. Can I ask you guys a few questions?
Oh, we're good, thank you.
Was she talking about my live stream? at these bikes. They're from Tennessee. That had to be a nice ride. Same. I know looking at it's pretty hard. But you just gotta think what the animals are going through. Like, you think it's hard to look at it. They're living it. Comes another feed truck. If they're coming from over there and they're going this way, they're coming from the feed place. I passed the feed place on the way here. And then I guess if they're coming from south or west and then they're going back east, they're probably going back to the feed plant. How you doing? Can I ask you guys a few questions? Oh, here's the giant tow truck. I saw this before. It's a giant tow truck. Giant truck towing a giant truck. You don't see that often. Can I ask you guys a few questions? Can I ask you guys? Oh, I already asked you. I should just pass information out now because I might only be here for 15 more minutes. Didn't have very many conversations today, but but they weren't too bad. The one girl earlier was great. That was perfect conversation. She's just like never really thought about it, and you know, was totally honest, and kind of like the other guy was being really honest about it too. You know, but he just said, what, taste, convenience, the same things. He's just comfortable. He doesn't want to, I don't know. Doesn't want to change. It's kind of sad. Can I ask you a few questions now? He gave me the hand. Just like the low hand, though. I said that to somebody one day, and he straight up went like this to me. I was like, dude, that's funny. But like, why? It's kind of rude. But like shit like that just makes me laugh. Like the lady parking in the crosswalk. I'm not gonna yell at you for it, but I'm gonna be like, hey, it's a crosswalk here. What are you doing? Like, that's what's wrong with people. You say something like that to someone and she thinks that you're attacking her personally. But like that guy one day when I was like, oh no, you just pay other people to abuse animals. He's like, oh, now you're really trying to piss me off. I'm just being honest, dude. Like, what the fuck? If you're pissed off, maybe you shouldn't be doing those things. I'm calling you out for it. Can I ask you a few questions?
What's that?
It's about animals, just to get to people to think a little bit.
Okay.
Are you okay being in my live stream on YouTube?
Actually, I'm not clean.
little bit behind.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
No, have a good
I
day.
love animals. I do.
Yeah, maybe not eat them. Yeah. Yeah, the truth triggers a lot of people. What's that say? Oh, United We Stand. Yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. Definitely beautiful day. Not as, I mean, I guess the traffic wasn't too bad. Just not very lucky getting conversations. That old lady almost hit that guy on his bike. He didn't do anything wrong. If you're driving a car, yield to the people and yield to people on bikes or scooters. When people are riding bikes and scooters on the road or like over on the shoulder, they're normally just going at a constant speed. You should be able to tell, what they're going to do. Wait for it to be safe and then slowly go around them. People are so dangerous in their freaky cars. See ya. Thanks for being here. Yeah, how many animals a day? How many animals is it a day? I don't know. I think I tried to figure this out before. It's just some simple math. 90 billion animals divided by 365. How many animals is it every day? How many is it every second? It's actually really insane. I don't know if I asked these guys. Sorry if I already asked you. Can I ask you a few questions?
We're on a mission.
All right. So they're on a mission. Maybe there's I don't know. Maybe there's something going on today. Because there's certain people that I've noticed, they just seem like they're in a rush more than normal. I don't know. Don't know. Oh, I wonder what the market's doing today. Wait, it's Tuesday. I don't know if Food 101's open today or not. So there's another feed truck. But see, that one's probably... Why is it going that way? I don't know. But that's a lot. That's like, is that number 9? 9 feed trucks. They're all still probably just going to animals. Oh, look at that dog. He's cute. Can I ask you guys a few questions? All set. Everybody's just so comfortable. So happy. Exploiting animals. A lot of motorcycles. Got the 3 motorcycles here. I was here the day after the big weekend. What was it like? It was bike week or whatever. I was literally here like the day after, and there was like no motorcycles. It was really weird. 300 every second. 300. Imagine 300 animals right here. Like chickens. Imagine 300 chickens right here. Just every second. It's like entire towns. Like the entire town of Gettysburg. It would only be like a couple of minutes. The whole town would be wiped out in a couple of minutes. I think it's even higher than that because I thought that I read somewhere it would wipe out the whole human population. If you included the fish, that's what it was, I think. If you included the fish, it's way more because the 90 billion is only the land animals. So it's actually like 3 trillion, right? So you got to do 3 trillion divided by the 365. And then that's how many a day. Crazy numbers. There's the wolf guy. A wolf guy. He's got like a couple different wolf shirts. He's always wearing them. I hope I didn't lose my wallet. I could have sworn I had it with me. And then I got off the bus. Don't have my wallet. So I think I just left it at my house. I think I picked it up and then just like put it back down by accident. How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions? How you doing? Can I ask you a few questions?
Really don't have time.
Have a good day. Oh, he's coming back on his date, but now he's walking ahead of her, not holding her hand, so maybe it's not going that well. Maybe that's not the same couple. I don't know. I think it might be. Can I ask you guys a few questions? Peace. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? She's got a little purse that's got peace signs all over it. And she's wearing a Mount Rushmore shirt. That's cool. She likes nature, likes peace. Probably eats animals still. I wish she would be more open to stopping and talking though, because if she's honest with herself, maybe she would want to make a change, but. Every 2 weeks, we kill more animals than people on this planet. Yeah, that's something that I thought I have seen before. Like when you include the fish, and all the byproduct, and all the animals that are killed before the slaughterhouse, like we would probably wipe out the whole human population in a couple of days. It's literally as quick as the whole town could be gone in a second. Like, this town gone, the next town gone, the next town gone. That's how fast we're killing animals. Crazy. It's more people than you can, like, think. Like, think of like a small arena, that could fit 10,000 people in it. Or think of like a big football stadium, like 100,000 people in there. All those people just like dead in like a couple of seconds. Every couple of seconds. Like, the scale it's crazy. It's like, it's bigger than you can like really imagine. Like, you really can't. It's really hard to wrap your head around that. And every single one of them is an individual that we're betraying their trust. They trust us so much. Like, I keep thinking about the deer. I don't know if you different people in here than the other day when I was talking about this. This lady, her husband was hunting, killed a deer, right? He didn't realize there was a baby there. He felt bad for the baby, so they took it into their home, and they kept him alive. They took care of it, kept it safe. Then they agreed after 3 years, we're going to kill it. In 3 years, that deer might come up and just like, you're sitting there with your gun trying to shoot it, it might walk right up to him and rub up against the gun because it will recognize them and trust them and think that it's going to keep him safe. And then he's going to be there with the gun, like, happy to murder it. Like, that's insane. That's so crazy. Somebody compared it to grooming a child. It's like, how can we make it easier to kill this deer in the future? We'll pet it a lot and be its mother for a little while so it trusts us. And then I'm going to shoot it in the face, like, or in the heart. Like, it's just, that's really crazy. All right, I think I'm going to go down. This guy's coming back. I don't want to talk to him. I think I may walk down, see if Food 101 is open. I do have some vegan jerky in here still. The Sheed truck, he's back. Oh, look at the dogs. Cute little dogs. Do they want treats? There's another lady like, oh, look at the dogs, I want to pet them. So she's petting them. He heard me say that, treats, and then the other lady started talking to him. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna take the audio off. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna check and see if they're open first. Yeah, they are open on Wednesdays. They are closed on Tuesdays. How are you ladies doing? Can I ask you a few questions? Have a good day. Timeline. Everybody's in a rush. Because of their parking meter. That's what a lot of people say. Limited time because of the parking meter. How you doing, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions?
What?
Do you have a few minutes?
Well, I'm getting ready to do something. What do you need?
You can't be in my video? This is my YouTube.
No, I can, but what kind of video are you doing?
It's just a live stream on my YouTube. I'm just asking people a few questions about animals just to get them to think a little bit.
Yeah, okay, do it, because I love animals.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I love animals too. So, do you think that when we're, how do you feel about humans exploiting animals?
I think that's a disgrace.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to tell you something. A long time ago, I was in this consignment shop, and there was a fur coat in there.
Right, yeah.
And I didn't think anything of it, but I didn't kill the animal, and it was an old coat, like back from the 30s or 40s. Yeah. And I bought it, and I wear it from time to time, but I really do know that when I wear it, the few times I wear it, I definitely have people looking at it. So I don't brag about it. I just, I know what it took to get that coat.
Right, yeah, exactly. I have a leather jacket like that too.
Yeah, and, okay. See, I wasn't thinking about leather. I was thinking about fur.
Yeah. It's their skin, right?
Yeah, it's the skin. Yeah, that's right.
So what about eggs and milk and meat from animals that we take? We take that from animals. Do you think that we're respectful when we're doing that?
That's a good question. It just looks at the individual that's raising this particular situation, whether it's a pet or somebody that's a business or somebody has somebody to feed. I do eat eggs. I like good quality food that's organic, not processed, not with chemicals on it. I'm trying to get better about it.
Right.
But that's kind of tough, you know. I mean, even look at the fish in the ocean. We've overfished, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My sister went out to LA a while back, and there was some crap going out in the land of fruit and nuts. That's what I call California. So anyway, my sister calls me and says that there's all these riots and all this crazy stuff going on. I said, that's California, Janet. I said, I have a kennel and I have 6 dogs and not a damn one of them shit where they eat. Only man does that.
Right, yeah.
I mean it. My dogs are very respectful and they expect, you know, to be taken care of. And I give it to them. I love them. But I mean, it's just about the individual and what's in their space and what's in, you know, how their mindset is. But I love dogs. Dogs give you love and loyalty whether you deserve it or not.
Right, all animals kind of do that. They all kind of trust us, right?
That's right. And I mean, we're the only ones that mess it up.
Yeah, we betray their trust, right?
Yeah, that's right. You know.
Yeah. So do you know what living vegan is?
Well, I think a living vegan is somebody that just eats plants. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Okay.
Vegans follow a plant-based diet, right?
Yeah.
But we do that because we reject the exploitation of the animals.
Okay.
So so we don't eat them or eat anything.
I get it. I guess I would be a half-assed one of those.
Or wear their skins, right?
Yeah,
like,
I know. See, I'm like, but I think about it, but
yeah, exactly.
I haven't gone the full thing.
Yeah, flipping that switch. That's what I like to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't done that.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, you don't do it for me, you know, don't like do it for yourself and do it for the animals, right?
That's right. But I do like good quality food, good pure eggs, you know, nothing with pesticides on it. I'm trying to. And also having worked in a hospital in the chemo world, I'm trying to stay as far away from that as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I've done it. I'm retired. Do what I got to do.
Cool. My aunt's a radiologist.
Huh?
Yeah.
Busy gal. Yes.
Yeah.
But when I worked in pharmacy, we made the cocktails. You know.
Right. Yeah.
But you know, it's just one of those things. But I do love animals. I'm a diehard dog lover.
Yeah. Me too. I'm a dog trainer.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I do. Can I share a little bit of information with you?
Yeah, sure.
So here's a little pamphlet. Everyone loves music.
Oh my God.
Even the animals.
Yes, they do. They love harps and cellos and trumpet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know. I've seen these videos where somebody will go out in the field, like Joshua Bell, or you know, or Mark O'Connor, and play a violin or a fiddle, and they will just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And just hang around, and they're enjoying it.
Yeah, that's so cool. So on the back there, if you want to flip that switch and live vegan from now on, just text starter to that number, and they'll send you a free guide.
Okay.
For 10 weeks, they'll help you.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're very. I'm always hesitant about being on sites because I don't always trust this thing, you know, out there. That thing, you know.
Right.
But this is something that touches my heart. Animals, they really do.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
My name is Sherry.
Sherry, are you going to go vegan from now on?
I'm going to do my best, and I will reach out to you because I think I'll do it because one, I just want to live healthier.
Right. Yeah. And you can do that if you try to eat the whole plants, the whole food, whole plant foods. Then that's good. Like you can still be an unhealthy vegan, right? There's still vegan ice cream, and there's
I know that.
So like you can, but it is. I do think it's easier to be healthier if you follow that whole plant-based diet.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I was supposed to meet you today. I didn't know that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I do mean that.
I was gonna leave. I was just packing up, and I was gonna leave, and I saw you come in, and something told me I need to ask her anyway before I go. Nice. And this is my best conversation I had today.
Well,
so
thank you very much. I'm very glad. But I'm the real deal. I believe in that.
Yeah. And my channel's on there too. On the back, I wrote it on there. So if you look that up on YouTube, Jake, Lagatare.
Lagatare. Where are you from, Jake? Originally?
It's a Sicilian, Italian.
Okay. Sicilian, Italian.
My great grandfather was from Sicily.
Oh, all right. All right. Well, thank you very much, Jake. And I wish you well in your journeys, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jake. Thanks.
All right, that was great. That was That was what I wanted. End on a good note. Another good conversation. She was honest. You could tell she loved animals, loves her dogs. And she agrees that what we're doing to these other animals is not fair. We're not respecting them. We're not treating them fairly. And it needs to end. And there's no good justification for what we're doing to the animals. Just because we've been doing it so long. It's so convenient. Doesn't matter. Grow up. I think it's really childish to argue about it. Be an adult. Have a conversation. We don't need to yell at each other and fight with other vegans either. That doesn't help the animals. How are you doing? Good. All right, I'm not gonna go get food. I'll probably just get back to my house and do something there. I have a jerky stick. I'm gonna eat one of these. I got 2 of the lime ones. Primal jerky, vegan jerky, non-GMO, mesquite lime. This is Satan, Hail Satan. I should do that one day. Get like a Hail Satan sign and like be out here like trying to grab people's attention. I thought about bringing it wheatgrass. Like I grow wheatgrass. I should just have that out here. Like should be eating it one day. How you guys doing?
Right.
Can I ask you a few questions for my video? That's all right. Have a good day. I wasn't gonna ask them, but then they were like watching me, kind of interested in what I was doing. It's actually really good. I never really liked jerky. Yeah, this is good. That might be my favorite one, the lime one. It's so tough. All right. The hell was that? It sounded like something hit that pole. That sounded like something just hit that lamp post, and there was nothing over here. That was weird. Really weird. Like I really thought there was somebody right behind me. And there was nobody there. Maybe it was a ghost. It's a big ghost town. It was a ghost in the middle of the day. This guy has a reason for blocking the crosswalk. But if he was parked there without the trailer, and then that Jeep was there, then I would be like, what the hell, dude? Ew. Big black smoke, that's gross. And then see this guy over here, he's handicapped, and the people ain't even gonna wait for him. That truck Just kept driving. Supposed to stop for people. A mobile slaughterhouse. Here's a beef jerky place. I'm out here with my jerky. See, they got a cow. Do they sell jerky from all these animals? Is that? What is that? Huh. So the bakery, the Lark. If you go in the Lark, there's another place down in the bottom that's really cool. Mason-Dixon, the pub. They're closed. So they're doing some work over here. I might have time to walk over here for a second. See, they're doing some work up. They were at the top. They were stripping all the paint off the top up there. They're going to repaint it. Now they're down at like the windowsills. So I guess that whole building's getting a new paint job. Yeah, all the way from there where the flag is, all the way to the end. They got it all scraped off. Just get a nice good shot of the town here. That's the Dave Wells house on the corner. The Abraham Lincoln statue is over there. The Ghost City Tours. Blue and Gray restaurant. I actually talked to the owner of the Blue and Gray restaurant one day. She was really nice and took some information. The bank over there, I normally stand next to the bank. And then the big hotel here, Gettysburg Hotel. Yeah, I talked to one lady who's got a local farm around here, cows. She was like, "Yeah, we put them out in the field for a couple days before we send them to the slaughterhouse, so they're like more relaxed and not as stressed out. Because putting them in a field for a couple days before they stab them in the throat is going to actually do that." They literally just do that to make themselves feel better about that. The cow doesn't fucking care. The cow's like, "Oh, great, I'm outside." As soon as you take him from the field and put him in the back of a death trailer and take him to the freaking slaughterhouse, he forgot that he was out in the field. He wants to go back to the field. He's scared. He's stressed. Like, what the fuck, man? People literally just tell themselves whatever they can to make themselves feel better. While they pay someone else to torture and kill the animals that they say that they loved. How do you love an animal and then send them to a slaughterhouse? You can't. That's how you can't. If you love that animal, then you wouldn't do that. Yeah, for money, right? See, but that's also what I don't understand. It's not even money though. It's money right now. If, like, let's say you had a farm, right? A beef farm, a cow farm, where you murdered cows, you tortured them, you neglected them, and you sent them to a slaughterhouse. Don't you think you could make more money cutting out some of those steps, right? The problem is it's going to cost you money now, but if you do it right, you should make more money in the future. A lot of farms, I think, they get stuck. They get huge loans from these other companies that want to control them. And then they raise prices up and they don't make as much and they get stuck in their loans and then they can't get out of them.
You know, all you gotta do is do the job right to do it, okay? Do the job.
I think a lot of the farmers also, they just don't realize that they would make more money if they stopped doing what they're doing. They probably don't know. I need to talk to what's the lady in Texas that has the ranch? She was a rancher and then she went vegan. I know Anna knows who she is. Rowdy Girl? That's her name, I think. Rowdy Girl. I need to talk to her. And Derek Sarno is doing the chicken thing. He's trying to get chicken farms to transition to mushroom farms. I wonder if I can help that. I know the mushroom guy out here. Wonder if I could talk to him and talk to some of the chicken farms, because I know there's some really big chicken farms around here too. And maybe I can try to get them to work together. Like, farmers don't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? They're not rich. They got all this nice fancy farm equipment, all this land, you know, big farm, big barn, whatever. But they're poor. It's sad. It's because the corporations just come in and take all the fucking money. You know, they use animals. And then they try to use people as much as they can. And then they just try to keep us dumb so we don't know what's going on, right? I think if we worked with farmers and managing their money better, maybe we could help make a difference. Oh, here comes the train. Check this out. This will be cool. So the train started its trips last week. I think this Saturday, I might ride it. 3 engines. This isn't the passenger train. Actually, the passenger train it was probably up there a little bit farther. But yeah, I might go this weekend on it. If I do, I'll live stream it. They serve food. I have no idea what the menu is though, and I doubt they have any vegan stuff. But you never know. There might be something like. But I think it'll be really cool to ride the train. Brand new. The one car is brand new actually. The other one is old. I think they just redid it. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they kill animals, wildlife, just like cars, right? So what do you think about all the people that die in car accidents? In the US last year, I think 50,000 people died from car accidents. So isn't it weird if you think about it? We've accepted that as okay, right? It's kind of weird, but same thing with the trains, right? They kill so many animals or whatever. Even people die from trains, but you know, doing shit they probably shouldn't be. But we've accepted that fact that tens of thousands of people will die from car accidents, from driving their cars. But we don't ban cars, you know? We don't lower the speed limit down to 25 everywhere, 15 everywhere. So you get into a car accident, you're probably not going to die. It's just kind of weird to think about, you know? I hit a deer one time when I was driving. It was probably it probably didn't die. I wasn't going that fast. It did damage my car a little bit. I mean, I hit it pretty hard, you know. But I think it probably survived, hopefully. But I don't think I've ever killed an animal driving. I've never hit an animal on my scooter. I've almost hit a couple of squirrels. But I go slow enough so I can stop, right? React. Is that guy smoking his weed pen? That's so funny. I can smell it. I did kill a rabbit though in my garage one day. I was like cutting the grass and had the door open of the shed, and I put my mower back in. I didn't realize. Oh, hold on a second. Well, I'm just gonna go in a minute, but I'll finish the story. I didn't know it was in there, and I shut the door. And a couple days later, I went in there to get something out of the shed and found the rabbit. The rabbit lived under my shed. So I had rabbits. I had pet rabbits, and they would come outside, and then that rabbit would come out, and they would run around in the yard. Mine would be in like a little fence, but you know, the wild rabbit would come and run around the fence. And I fucking killed him. And I felt horrible. I felt so bad about that. And every rabbit I see now, it's like, I remember the rabbit that I killed. And it was only a little while after that I became vegan. So, but there's a series of things that happened, and I was like, no. And then, one day it clicked. So, but thanks for being here. I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably just do a hangout stream, or I might go to the hot dog stand or the other hot dog place or whatever in my town. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Peace. Thanks for being here.